Welcome back, everybody. Now, today, what we are going to be doing is over the July 4th deals, we spent $50, and one of the things that came with that was a 4 to 5 star rank up gem. And yeah, we just did a big crystal opening, and yeah, we got a bunch of mutant ISO. So now it's time to take this man up. And yeah, see how he can do. This guy is an absolute beast. But yeah, that officially maxes him out. He is second in rating in my entire profile, so it's really cool to have him there. I would like to put more and more sig stones into him if possible, because what his awakened ability does is what his awakened ability does is it gives him more chances for armor ups, and I will explain why that's important in a minute. Yeah, so we are going to be going into Labyrinth of Legends, and normally this guy is not that great in Labyrinth of Legends because he requires a lot of parries. And I was like, okay, we're only going to do one fight, so I'll just use Mag's pre-fight. But as luck would have it, they actually have a synergy together, which is really nice. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, this guy is very simple to play. He just spams heavies. And gets some big numbers like that crit you just saw right there. But that's not even the tip of the icebergs. We're going to be getting to about 30 armor ups. And, yeah, we are going to be getting to some crazy damage, 30k crits, and heavy attacks, and some absolutely insane stuff. I really want Magneto as a 5-star so I can compare these two. I haven't had this guy as a rank 3 in a while because 5-star rank 3s and maxed out 4-stars have basically the same power rating. Not quite, but 5-stars are a little bit more powerful. But you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep on throwing parries. We just lost 4 armor ups. But yeah, the reason armor ups are so important is because each armor up helps a little bit with critical rating. And after a while of a certain amount of armor ups, it can really help out. Now, I was thinking about putting a gem into this guy, but then, as luck would have it, we naturally duped him. And this guy is going to be going in. I'm not gonna put him in an AQ or an Alliance War deck. Right now, he is in my AQ deck, or when he was rank 4, he was. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting Corvus there, since Corvus, he's unawakened. He's only rank 1. Sometimes I feel he's a little bit underwhelming for the content I sometimes do. Yeah, now that I'm into doing the variants, I just beat variant 7. Yeah, I'll be doing a few videos on that in a week, so it'll still be a while. But yeah, and sometimes I can find him a little bit underwhelming. Now once you get the full ramp up of Corvus, he's a lot of fun. But yeah, sometimes that first fight, it's just really hard to do. It's really boring. It takes forever, and sometimes you don't even have enough damage to come out with the win, which is pretty disappointing in my opinion. Yeah. Alright, so I get out of the way of that heavy attack, and yeah, I just throw off another heavy attack. We get 10k crit right there. Yeah, I mentioned before, I'm thinking about putting this guy over Mags. I think this guy has the damage output if Magneto is against non-metal villains, but yeah, I think just because he's really good against metal villains or metal people, I think that is the main thing. Yeah, and then you just go for the SP2. This guy got buffed, was it probably a year and a half ago? I was not around playing the game yet. I feel like I kind of want to say that he was the champion voted to get the buff, but then I know at the same time Hulkbuster was the one to actually get the buff, so I know it can't be him. But yeah, after this Labyrinth fight, we are going to be heading into some Act 5, the Ultron. I would head into Act 6, only we don't have all 5s and 6 stars of these champions, aka White Magneto. Yeah, so we're just going to keep on going with this fight. This damage is starting to ramp up a little bit. We have about 20 armor ups at the normal amount. It's starting to become normal, and we're starting to get some big crits. We are not really getting the big SP2 crits that I'm liking, that I usually like. However, we are getting a very nice amount of heavy attacks. And that's the reason I don't love this guy for AQ, is because he doesn't have the time to get it to this amount of damage and become this exciting of a champion. He's kind of a really boring champion if you don't have all that damage up. Yeah, no crits there either. But we have 30 armor ups now, which means we are going to start to crit even more. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Well, I know it depends on how upgraded your Colossus is. But yeah, I don't regret putting the gem into this guy. Last Cyber Weekend, I was really excited, and I put a 5-star rank 1 to 2 gem into Luke Cage, and it was a basic of all things. And yeah, that wasn't really a great choice. Yeah, this month, this 4th of July, I'm definitely having a better time. That last Cyber Weekend, I was just about to get uncollected. I wasn't expecting to make an uncollected push or anything, but later that weekend I did get the uncollected. Yeah, which really pissed me off, because those were really low value to me, because I was just about to surpass them, and yeah, it just wasn't as valuable to me as it would be for some other people. I was ready for the uncollected stuff by then, and yeah, I regretted spending the money last Cyber Weekend. But this July 4th, I'm far from Thronebreaker. These Cavalier bundles, I mean, they're not great compared to what they have been in the past, but they're good, and yeah, I feel like they focused a little bit more on Thronebreaker instead of Cavalier. But yeah, we're just going to keep on throwing heavy attacks into it. But yeah, this guy was a great person to use the gem on. And yeah, I messed up on the SP2 right there, and the fight is over. If we hadn't messed up on the SP2, yeah, if there was only about 250k health left, yeah, we would have been able to solo the Red Hulk. Alright, but now we are going to jump into Act 5. I was originally going to jump into Act 6, as I said, but then I forgot about the fact of the 5 and 6 stars, that we could only have 5 and 6 stars. Yeah, so now we are going to be going over the synergy team that we have for today. Yeah, we have 4-star Emma Frost on the team instead of my 5-star, just because the 5-star version was in war at the time. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same synergy. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't have that synergy. Thankfully, Emma Frost did, and yeah, the world spins on. Alright, but yeah, so for the synergy teams today, we have Wolverine on the team, because Wolverine has the synergy with Colossus that makes Colossus be able to have a Fury buff at the start of the fight, for plus 50% attack and special attack rating for 15 seconds. So yeah, it's not passive. You'll see it at the beginning of the fight. Remember, it's not passive. And yeah, we are going to be going the biohazard path. because this guy is bleed immune, which is very nice. And this guy actually has a lot of utility. Let me read out his immunities. Bleed is the main one. Bleed, Incinerate, Cold Snap, and Frostbite. He's immune to all of them. Not poison, so we can't just hit into the block. But yeah, Colossus has a very laid-back play style, in my opinion. So yeah, I wouldn't mind either way. But yeah, we got some big damage. We are taking this Venom Pool down really easily. Yeah, that finishes off the Venom Pool fight. And yeah, we just move on to the Ultron fight. Now Ultron got buffed, a lot trickier of a defender, in my opinion. I feel like you do have more you do have more awareness of when he's gonna evade and not. Like it has a timer now. Yeah, I'm stuck in the corner. But anyway, let's get back to the synergies. So we have Wolverine on the team for a Fury at the start of the fight. That synergy also works with Old Man Logan. And we also have Omega Red on the team because Colossus gets plus 2% attack rating for each armor up. And well-timed blocks, aka parries, grants another armor up buff. But it's only a max of 1 stack. And yeah, we have White Mags on the team for the synergy, mainly it's just for the pre-fights. But anyway, and we have Emma Frost on the team because Colossus gets plus 2% increased power gain for each armor up buff, and White Mags has his synergy with himself for hero and metal champions, getting plus 8% attack rating and 10% ability accuracy. So yeah, which is really helping out. And yeah, since those are all mutants, some in which are on the mutant crit team, we also have some like armor ups and critical rating stuff. But actually, I don't know if we have critical rating stuff, but we have a few armor ups. Yeah, and a perfect block. But yeah, no crits things or anything like that. Alright, but yeah, so now we are moving on to the Groot. 105,000 health. These guys are about 100,000 health, all of them, like some 85,000. But this guy's taking them down in like 5 to 10 heavies. A great person to have on your team, for really anything, just in general. Because he's got a lot of utility and stuff, and a lot of synergies to help out with. Yeah, and he's got a lot of immunities, and he's pretty good for war, in my opinion. Pretty good for AQ as well, because of the high damage output. And yeah, he's just a really well-rounded champion as well. Yeah, which is one of the reasons I chose him over some other people. I could have chosen, I could have taken someone else to rank 4, but the only other current rank 4's choices I had was Terox, Apocalypse, Quake, and Hulkbuster. And some of you argue you should have gotten Quake, and maybe I should have, but I don't think Quake has quite this much damage output. And I know Quake doesn't take damage if you can Quake and Shake perfectly, and she's got some really nice utility against some really challenging people. But I don't find Quake fun, nor am I amazing at her. Yeah. So I chose to go Colossus. Just because it's really satisfying to see those numbers. I was doing Cavalier Event Quest a little bit ago, and there was I was facing a Morningstar boss. And when you hit into Morningstar, you get bleeds on you. So I tried Stealth Suit since Stealth Suit seemed good for the nodes. But then, I just got annihilated by that bleed. And because Colossus is bleed immune after that, I was like, okay, I'll try with Colossus. And he was only rank 4, but he was putting up some big numbers. And yeah, I was very impressed. And ever since then, I told myself, all right, Colossus is gonna be one of my next rank fives. I'm not really sure where, but yeah, he came out sooner than I expected. And you know, the armor ups really reduced the damage, which is also nice. However, this guy is not. I know I said this guy was well rounded, but he is not that good for Alliance War defense. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, you guys probably know that he doesn't have any ranged attacks or anything like that. But yeah, he's an older champion, but since he got a buff, it's kind of like he's a newer champion. Alright, but yeah, so now we are on the Ultron. We do have the class disadvantage. And yeah, spoiler, I do lose just because I slip up. But like, I think with this guy's damage output, I actually could have soloed it. And I think I could have had enough damage output to get past the nodes. So, you know, it's going smoothly, and then I slip up right after that giant crit, 34k heavy in total, 10k first hit, 24k second hit. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and like button. I do not regret taking Colossus up at all. This guy is an absolute beast, and a lot of health too, which is also very helpful. But yeah, make sure to comment any videos you want to see. I'm always looking for new ones. Make sure to follow the Instagram. Tells you a lot about my MCOC account and my channel. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys later.